Hey there, it's Maria here. Just answering Miranda inside the social media cert group. You had a question about the LA Times article and about Facebook ads, 80% bots, all that kind of fun stuff. And everyone wants us to pipe in, Tina and I or Trish. So here's me piping in, all right? And to refresh everyone's memories, here is the LA Times article about startup says 80% of its Facebook ads clicks came from bots, and saying that it's going to leave Facebook because 80% of its ad clicks are coming from bots, etc., etc., etc. And before I go any further, let me just say something. You hear Tina and I say this a lot. You are responsible for your own everything. Here's the deal. No one knows how traffic, no matter where you buy it, and believe me, even if you get affiliates to promote for you, you're buying that traffic, baby, even though you think it's free at the beginning. You're buying it because you have to give away the 50% commissions or higher, and perhaps even lifetime commissions. So everything should be measured when you're paying for traffic. So in answer to this whole thing in regards to the Facebook ads thing, you got to also look at everything else. Like look at Ford. I'm going to go off topic here for a minute, but before I do, the thing I want to make sure that you do is measure, measure, measure. Seriously, when it comes to traffic, you really want to do that so you can determine what your ROI is and whether it's worth it. And next, start small with a $50 to $200 ad budget, for instance, right? And the reason why I say that is because, if these companies are saying they're using, Facebook's using bots or whatever, how do you really know, right? And I'm going to show you some other big name companies that poo-poo some of this other stuff going on. And I'm saying this with caveat emptor. I don't know. We don't know as well. And remember, when Google first started out, please keep in mind, when Google first started out their pay-per-click ads and AdSense, you had college students in dormitories trying to game Google AdSense on their blog, and they got all their buddies in the same dormitory to then click, 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 click on their AdSense so they can make money, or go against their competitors and click on the competitors' pay-per-click ads on Google. So, and then Google eventually found out how to go against that and make sure no one could game Google. So Facebook's a pretty big company. So I'd imagine that if there's gaming of Facebook ads, this is my opinion, this is don't take this as written in stone or anything, but my opinion is that Facebook will figure out how to go against anyone trying to game the Facebook ads with bots, all that stuff. All right, so, but please keep this in mind. Bottom line, just practice good business sense, right? Start small with a small ad budget and measure your performance. Use analytics to measure the performance. Determine what your metrics are. It may not be sales, right? It might be the number of likes if you're taking them from your Facebook ad to a Facebook page. It might be the number of email subscribers. It might be the number of webinar signups. We've done that. We've run Facebook ads right to a webinar signup that integrated as well to our autoresponder, so that the minute they signed up for a webinar, they also signed up as an email subscriber. Or maybe it's just simple sales. You're taking them to the sales page. Our recommendation, if you do take prospects to a sales page, first of all, it shouldn't be an expensive product. Something like between $5 and $47 for a cold lead. But make sure you put up an exit pop-up to capture the lead. So, for instance, if you take someone to a sales page that's, say, whatever, $37, then if they don't want to buy it, make sure there's an exit pop-up to offer them something for free if they enter their email. And don't get crazy with that. I recently clicked on a Facebook ad this morning and it was just stupid and tells me how unethical that marketer is. There was like 6 exit pop-ups. I'm not kidding. 6 exit pop-ups. Every time I hit leave page, it took me to another offer to entice me to sign up, and that's just ridiculous. Obviously, they're trying to increase their visitor value by doing that, but to me, that's just unethical marketing, in my opinion. So let's show another controversy. And remember, everyone, controversy sells. So sometimes, be careful what you're reading. So at any rate, GM says Facebook ads don't pay off in the Wall Street Journal. Okay, this was in May 16th. They did this right before Facebook was doing their IPO. Interesting timing, first of all. But second, they said General Motors, huge company, will stop advertising Facebook after determining its paid ads had little impact on consumers, right? Do Facebook ads work? This is Time from one day ago. GM says Facebook ads don't work, pulls $10 million account. That was in Forbes. And they did it just days before Facebook's historic offering. Now, the thing to point out, though, and let me comment on this, were they using Facebook ads correctly? right? Were they building community? Was their objective to build community, or what were they doing? Were they bringing them right off of Facebook to some page that didn't really have a proper, I would say, direct response marketing bent to it? So just keep that in mind. And oh, the controversy. Check out this Forbes article, actually, that also was in May. And Ford responded to GM's announcement. Ford thinks it has a better idea about how to handle Facebook. All right. So Ford executives noted the abrupt abandonment of Facebook advertising. And look what Ford says. We are doing more advertising on Facebook, right? And it is a growing and critical part of our media mix. All right. And I really love what this Ford marketing person said about GM. Odd to summarily cut off paid advertising on Facebook. It's still the early days of this, and the metrics aren't defined 100%. That's what's key. See, we're talking about metrics, right? But social media are so massive in their reach and appropriately guided and applied, advertising on Facebook can be potent. So it comes back to what is your strategy on using Facebook ads. And this whole Ford thing is this is in Bloomberg as well. Look at Bloomberg here, May 31st, Ford to expand on Facebook ads for logo merchandise. So just a lot of information in regards to what's happening with ads on Facebook and some of the bigger players with millions of dollars to spend. And it goes back to what your whole objective, also your methodology to doing Facebook ads. For instance, I'll make the analogy to social video. We right now have a educational program called the Ultimate Video Challenge. That's at www.ultimatevideochallenge.com. And one of the training sessions we teach our methodology, which even relates to anything you do on social media. You got your brand, you should do keyword research, create your online content, publish and engage, build community, monetization, and that all helps with the community funnel. Notice that's not a typical sales funnel that you see in Marketing 101 or Biz School classes. It's not a sales funnel where you bring your leads down through the sales funnel to end up sales. It's a community funnel you're building on social media. And you should think about that for Facebook ads as well, and look at the metrics as well that you do. It's not all about clicks, right? You don't pitch and watch for clicks anymore. It's about the metrics of shares, tweets, comments, blogs, and posts. And if you're not in that yet, I do encourage you to go to www.ultimatevideochallenge.com to get access to that specialized training that really shows you how to build community with social media. So bottom line, simply, when you're going to try a new traffic channel, the number one thing you need to do is measure, 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 and then go from the results of that. Rather than being scared by looking at all these different ads or whatever you see or articles, do it for yourself with a small budget and move forward with the results, whether it works for you or not. This is Maria Gudelis signing off. I hope you enjoyed this sort of opinion kind of video in answer to that Facebook group request.